underhook here. I got the underhook here. And he goes to go cross face on you. Bill, yeah. He's here like this. You see it? Common thing, happens to everybody. You bend your arm and push his arm at the same time. Your head goes to the mat. You tripod, you cut your knee across. You grab your hand, your knee stays in his hip. You put wide base, and then you just make a bicep muscle. Basic Gakka Katame in judo. We call it an arm triangle, right? And it's going to be everybody's favorite submission because it's always there from so many angles. This again is the basic entry for it. We're here, he frames. What I have to do is get my bicep here. Once I do that, it's all over but the cryon. Push, bend, head to the mat. Right? I want to keep my head up. I want to keep it up high. So he can't get his...
You want to keep his arm locked back.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I can't swim it around.
In order for him to get out, guys, he got to go like that.
Right.
Then it's out. So my head is up. Tripod. Knee cut. Use this knee to get that half out. Boom. See it? Bicep. Let's try it and then we'll fine tune it. 1, 2, 3. Same start to the position. We're going to just work out a couple of problems that we could potentially have. All right, number one, what if he knee shields us here? What we're going to do is what we do, and this is kind of one of the more things that are exclusive to our style. We're not going to deal with it by smashing. We're going to, without pacing, get around it. We're not going to worry about pushing it down, pulling it away. We're going around it here. We're looking at him. We're not turning our back. We're going to go like this. Boom. And we're going to put our hand on his hip. Right? That keeps our elbow pushing it out. We go to smash him. He puts his arm up there. That's what we want. My hand is here. I shove it across. I drop my head all the way to the mat if possible. And I start to put my head straight up. That's going to make some space here when I want to tripod. Now a tripod, guys, is important. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is here. I'm jumping up. Depending on how fat the guy is, myself, Brian, Jason, we got to get up all the way high, right? We cut the knee across and we don't worry about him. Keep that half guard in. We don't worry about that because this leg is going to get that free. Boom. Right? That's the first defense, is him grabbing this. If I can't get this out, guys, and I'm like this, I can't finish this position. So number one, this drops, plants, pulls it out. Second problem is him getting his arm out. All right? We can't let that happen. Our head's got to go up, almost ear to ear, guys. You see it?
Sure.
Knee is in his hip, and I go flat. I want it not be like this. I can't finish this position like this, guys. I have to be knee, and my body goes like a clock. You see it?
Sure.
Third and most important is if you guys come to this side here, the closer my elbow is to being on the ground, the nastier it is. Guys with long arms, Justin, Nate, this is going to be good for you because I don't care who it is. If your elbow's on the ground, the guy's going to sleep. The further your arm is off the ground, the more space he has, the harder it is. If I'm like this here and I'm squeezing this here, he's got space. It might wrench his neck a little bit, but if I can get my hand in here and my arm's on the ground, he goes right to sleep.
Yeah.
You guys see that? Now come up here, guys. I have arms that are a little bit bigger than they're supposed to be because of my fatness. I grab 10 finger. If you have the length, you can grab this. I know guys that even grab this. and they grab the guy's head or they grab their own head. What's important here is your elbow hitting the mat. The closer your elbow is to the mat, the closer he is to going to sleep, because your bicep is now across his carotid on this side and his shoulder is crushing the carotid on the other side. And as we know, this is a blood choke. 7 seconds with carotid cut off, the guy's sleeping. That's just science, right? Yeah. So again, I'm here, my head is up, my knee is in there, grabbing here, paying attention. I gotta get my elbow on that mat.
As soon as he puts his elbow to the mat, I can really just feel the blood start getting cut off.
It's immediate. Once the carotid's cut off, one side feels weird, 2 sides feels night. Okay, so make those adjustments and then we'll make the last details. 1, 2, 3. Basic entry. Again, please guys remember that the Gatakatame or the arm triangle has a bunch of different entries. This is just day 1. And it also happens to be the most, sorry, all right? I love doing that to people. It also happens to be the most difficult to enter because that tripod and knee cut's a miserable thing. Keeping that arm in there is miserable. But let's just look at the most important aspect of what it is to get this thing. So he knee shields me again. I don't turn my back on him, but I do turn my shoulder. Lock it out. He puts his hand up, right, like this, as I put the pressure on him. And the only thing that I want to rush into in this position is this. You see that? That is what we call the work. That's the hardest part of this thing. That's this thing where you're going to lose it most of the time. You got to get here, we're here, you clear this here, you're pushing and dropping. Boom. You see it? I have to feel now his arm. Is he going to reach up and grab his other arm? Is he going to put the pressure on me? Or is he going to try to lift his arm straight up high, right? I have to feel that out now. And I am aggressively defending against his defenses. I'm countering. So he starts to push downward. I put my head down. Oh, you stop that.
Oh, my bad.
What's he doing?
He's just being
a pain in the ass.
Yeah, he's got the bony dang arms.
No, he's
My Q-lock legs. I always do the number 4. I blinked before he got there.
So when you're here, guys, on this thing, if he puts his arm straight up, you put your head up. If he puts it straight down, you drive it across. You're either up or down or across. Now, a lot of guys take their chin and they put it on the other side here. You see this? That's one way to lock that arm in. I never liked it. Maybe it's my neck doesn't move that way, but either way. So go back to the half, please. The other side. All right, so we're here. I got this in, my head's here. I got it locked in. As I tripod, I can walk or tripod, whichever way. I knee cut. Hold on that half. He wants to keep that half. This is the best defense a guy's got. You enter your heel hard into his knee. You see it? I'm also planting my elbow on the other side and now dropping my head straight down. See it? Grabbing here, putting my elbow on the mat, and literally just making a bicep squeeze. You see it? Tighten it up. This is a carotid artery. You guys see that pretty vein right there? Look, his always sticks out. And this one's here on that side. If we cut them both off, just like that, for 5 seconds, 7 seconds, he's out cold. So please keep in mind the science when you're detailing this thing out and you're trying to get the guy. Now, really quickly, you want to get up? Joey, please. Let me just show you the counter to the counter. Here, here, here. Tripod, knee cut. Now, as soon as you get here, everybody that knows jiu-jitsu, they jump up and grab their far leg. Right? And now here you are, and he's pulling it against you. This is day 1 counter on this thing. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn his whole body in this direction and go like this. And it makes it twice as bad. makes it twice as bad. He goes from the frying pan to the fire. Because now instead of your bicep across his carotid artery, your forearm is across. And he'll go right to sleep. Joey, do to me so I can show you what it's like. Joey does a really good Gatsugatame. We're here. He clears this thing here and he shoots. See how fast he shoots that? Don't move right there. Guys, my hand is going to plant on my forehead. I'm going to try to get it up and around. I'm going to try to push it down. He's defending whichever I do. As soon as he does that, I reach up and go like, woo!
That fast, huh? It's that fast that it does that.
Come on.
Boss, I mean, it's that fast. I see
She
that.
said. Hey, you guys that are watching, it's an old black belt trick. So people don't ask questions.
I'm sorry.
When the white belt asks questions,
You hurt him. Be easy on the old guy.
it ain't gonna be me, it's gonna be your son.
Oh, Jesus.
Let me tell you something.
Jesus can help you right now.
Okay.
Nice knowing you.
All right.
All right, Joey, walk us through.
Alright, so fire marshal.
We got the half guard. He's sitting up. He's framing.
Get on your side.
Sit up.
Only 20
Framing.
hookers on their back.
He's
Okay,
framing.
just like that. Put your arm in his throat.
Okay.
Yes.
I clear. Come across. I pass. And then he starts to
Reach
roll.
up and grab your leg now. Both hands. Both hands. Look.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay.
You see how that pulls the pressure
I'll
off?
start to squeeze. You gotta start to tap. You gotta tap. Okay.
You heard that fast? All right, so let's try that. And now the other thing that Carlos did was, and we just start in that one position. A lot of guys too, when they get the time, they go like this, and they call it answering the phone. Lebo taught us a long time ago. Just loosen your left hand, grab his wrist. Take your left hand, grab my wrist, and just pull it out the other way. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Everybody goes, I'm safe. Lebo said, just take it off. That's it. Okay? So look at those two defenses, and then just make the adjustment, and then we'll get some rolls. 1, 2, 3.